Welcome to the world of One Piece. Gold Roger, the legendary king of the pirates, attained unimaginable wealth, fame, and power. Before his execution, he revealed that all his treasure, including the ultimate prize, One Piece, is hidden, waiting for someone worthy. His final words sparked the Great Pirate Era, inspiring countless pirates to search for the treasure. Our story begins with our protagonist, Luffy, inside of a barrel floating in the ocean after his boat was destroyed by a whirlpool. But fate lands him on a passing cruise ship when sailors on board retrieve the barrel. Unfortunately for them, their ship is suddenly attacked by the infamous pirate, Alvida. The pirates bombard the ship with cannon fire, forcing the crew into chaos. Kobe, a chore boy under Alvida's command, is forced to help in the attack. Meanwhile, as the pirates ransack the cruise ship, a girl takes advantage of the opportunity and sneaks aboard the Alvida pirates' ship to steal its treasures. Kobe spots a large barrel in the kitchen, curiosity bubbling within him. Before he could investigate, 3 members of the Alvida pirates burst into the room, their eyes gleaming at the sight of the barrel. Assuming it was filled with booze, one of the pirates tried to break it open. Luffy suddenly burst out from within, a cheerful grin on his face, having just woken from a deep sleep. The pirates were taken aback, and chaos erupted as Luffy emerged, ready for whatever came next. Realizing they were no match for Luffy, the pirates scrambled to flee, determined to inform their captain, Alvida. Luffy explains that he's a pirate who set sail to find the legendary One Piece treasure and become the next pirate king, but got stranded at sea when his boat was destroyed. Kobe, in turn, explains his backstory. He was kidnapped by the Alvida pirates 2 years ago and forced to serve as a chore boy. His dream is to one day escape and join the Marines. When Alvida hears about Luffy's presence, she immediately suspects that he could be a bounty hunter. She storms into the pantry, armed with her signature spiked club, ready to confront Luffy and Kobe. But Luffy doesn't back down. In the middle of the battle, we learn that Luffy has an extraordinary ability. He ate a devil fruit, which gave him rubber-like powers. Alvida's attacks are completely ineffective against Luffy. And in one swift move, he uses an attack called Pistol to send Alvida flying off the ship and into the sea. With Alvida defeated and the Marines advancing, Luffy and Kobe escape together on a small boat. As they sail away, Kobe is filled with hope about joining the Marines one day, while Luffy's sights are set firmly on the Grand Line, eager to find a crew that will help him find One Piece. Kobe then mentions a notorious pirate hunter named Zoro, currently imprisoned at a Marine base, piquing Luffy's interest. It seems that Roronoa Zoro might just be the first crew member Luffy is looking to recruit for his journey. Luffy and his new companion Kobe arrive at Shellstown, where the imposing Marine base casts a shadow over the town. Their objective? To find the notorious pirate hunter, Roronoa Zoro. However, they soon discover that he is far from ready for a fight, captured and in a dire state. In a display of remarkable bravery, a young girl named Rika quietly sneaks into the Marine base, determined to deliver a meal she lovingly prepared for Zoro. As she offers the food, hoping to lift his spirits, she is suddenly intercepted by Helmeppo, the arrogant son of Captain Morgan. With cruel delight, he stomps on her precious onigiri, mocking her kindness and belittling her efforts. He then orders a soldier to dispose of Rika, sending her flying over the wall and tumbling towards the ground. But just as she is about to fall, Luffy intervenes, catching her and preventing a harsh landing. Luffy enters the Marine yard to see Zoro up close. Despite his rugged appearance, Zoro's honor is evident as he refuses help, but he asks Luffy to pick up the crushed onigiri and feed it to him. As Luffy watches, Zoro eats the dirt-stained rice, showcasing both his resilience and innate kindness. Rika explains to Luffy and Kobe that the tyrannical Captain Morgan rules Shellstown with an iron fist, allowing his spoiled son, Helmeppo, to oppress the townspeople at will. She recounts a terrifying incident when Helmeppo unleashed his vicious wolf upon a local bar, causing panic among the patrons. In a selfless act of bravery, Zoro defended the innocent. As Zoro relentlessly punishes Helmeppo for his arrogance and brutality, Helmeppo retaliates with a sinister ultimatum: surrender and accept a month of captivity, or face the wrath of his father, Captain Morgan, who will punish Rika and her mother for Zoro's defiance. Demonstrating his selflessness and honor, Zoro reluctantly surrenders his sword, accepting the harsh punishment to protect the mother and daughter. Helmeppo, who had promised Zoro freedom after a month, cruelly reveals his true intent, to execute him instead. Infuriated by Helmeppo's betrayal, Luffy punches him and decides to help Zoro escape. Luffy approaches Zoro once more, inviting him to join his pirate crew. When Zoro declines, Luffy insists he won't take no for an answer, promising to bring him his sword. Astonished by Luffy's self-centered determination, Zoro can't help but be intrigued. As Luffy searches for Zoro's sword, he hears the commotion of soldiers erecting a grand statue of Captain Morgan. Curiosity piqued, he rushes in to investigate, only to crash into the base and inadvertently destroy the statue in a spectacular display. Enraged, Captain Morgan orders his soldiers to capture Luffy. Seizing the moment, Luffy flees with Helmeppo, hoping the arrogant son of Morgan will lead him to Zoro's sword. Meanwhile, Koby attempts to free Zoro, revealing that Helmeppo never intended to release him. He insists that Luffy is their only hope, but just as they speak, Morgan arrives, ordering his men to fire, putting them both in grave danger. Luffy finally locates Zoro's swords, but spots Zoro and Koby held at gunpoint. Acting fast, he stretches his body, launching himself between them and the Marines just as they open fire, using his own body to shield his friends from the attack. To everyone's astonishment, the bullets pass through Luffy's body and ricochet back at the Marines. Shocked, Zoro asks, "Who are you?" Luffy replies confidently, "I am Monkey D. Luffy, the man who will become the Pirate King." With a big grin, Luffy hands Zoro his swords. Though hesitant at first, Zoro accepts Luffy's invitation of joining his pirate crew, marking the beginning of their friendship and adventure together. Once Zoro is freed, he leaps into action, taking down Marine soldiers with his incredible sword skills, impressing Luffy and Koby, and striking fear in Captain Morgan. Zoro declares his goal to become the world's greatest swordsman, and Luffy, grinning, approves, saying nothing less is expected from the future Pirate King's crew. Luffy springs into action, using his rubber devil fruit powers to take down the Marine soldiers with ease. He faces off against Captain Morgan, unleashing his creative fighting style. Just as Luffy gains the upper hand, he realizes that Helmeppo has Koby held at gunpoint, seemingly turning the tide of the battle. With unwavering faith in his new crewmate, Luffy delivers a swift punch to knock out Helmeppo, while Zoro brings down Captain Morgan, securing their victory in a stunning display of teamwork. After their captain's defeat, the Marine soldiers rejoice, freed from Morgan's tyranny. Meanwhile, we meet the girl who was stealing from Alvida's ship. She sneaked into the Marine base in search of a map to the Grand Line, but soon discovers that the map has been stolen by a pirate named Buggy. As Luffy, Zoro, and Koby share a meal at a restaurant after a hard-fought battle, Luffy excitedly tells Rika about his plans to sail to the Grand Line, shocking Koby with the bold announcement. Koby warns Luffy that the Grand Line is a treacherous place. He explains that the world is divided into two oceans by the Red Line, which stretches around the globe. The Grand Line cuts through the center of the Red Line, creating a perilous path. Koby describes it as a battlefield, where legendary pirate Gold Roger is rumored to have hidden the One Piece. As their conversation about the Grand Line continues, they're interrupted by Ripper, the new base commander who succeeded Morgan. Since Luffy and Zoro are pirates, he insists they must leave the town but promises not to report them to headquarters. Koby, eager to join the Marines, pleads with Ripper to recruit him, vowing to work hard, and Ripper agrees. Since Luffy and Zoro were planning to leave anyway, they agree to Ripper's terms. As they leave, the Marines and Koby give them a heartfelt send-off, expressing their gratitude for saving the town from Captain Morgan's tyranny. Monkey D. Luffy and his first mate, Roronoa Zoro, set sail on their adventure, determined to chase their dreams.